Hey guys, welcome back. So in this video, let's write our C code to implement the linear search algorithm. So in the previous video, we have seen how the linear search algorithm works, right? So if you have not seen that video, please go back and watch that video because that video is something much more important to understand this particular video, alright? So yes, let's implement that using our C program, right? So we are going to implement linear search, right? And yeah, let's write our program. Okay, so first of all we have to declare the array, right? So let me declare the array. So I'll say int arr and I'll give the size. Let me give a random size, it doesn't matter. Okay, and I have to declare one more variable, guys, and that is the element which I want to search in the array. Let's say I want to search 15 in the array. Okay, my array contains a list of elements where I want to where I want to search 15. Okay, if that is the case, then I have to store 15 in some variable, right? And that variable is nothing but search. Okay, the search variable is the element. I mean, search variable will store the element which you want to search in the array, right? So search, and I think I just have to have one more counter variable, that is I, to iterate in a for loop, and I'll need one more variable, say um, n, which is now nothing but the number of elements that you're gonna get in the array, right? So first of all, let me get the size of the array, right? Okay, the problem is very simple, guys. You just have to get the array first. Okay, get the array elements from the user, and you have to get that one particular element which you want to search in the array, and you have to tell whether that element is present in the array or not. The problem is very simple. First you have to let me write like this. First you have to get the array. Okay, you know that, right? You have to get the array, and sorry, and oh my god, that has some issues, I hope. Okay, so I'll explain that. You have to get the array first. After that, you have to get that one particular element which you want to search. Okay, and third step, you have to tell whether the element is present in the array or not, right? It's very simple, right? So enter the size of the array first, and I'll scan the size. Okay, and this is the n variable. Okay, so that's why I've declared n, right? And after that I have to iterate a for loop. Okay, oh, why should I need a for loop? To get the array elements. Okay, you know that, right? You get the list of elements, you have to use a loop, right? So the by default the index starts from 0 and it will go up to the size, right? That is n here. N is the size of the array, right? So let me scan the elements. Scan of percentage %d, and I'll assign it to the array directly, right? So array of I. That's how you have to get the elements, right? I think you should be familiar with this by the time, right? You should be familiar with this syntax. Okay, so the index starts from 0. You have to go up to the size of the array, and yeah, this for loop will iterate n times. Okay, let's say my n is 5. Okay, I mean the 5 is the size of my array. Okay, I'm entering the size as 5, so which means that my array will contain 5 elements, right? So this for loop will iterate 5 times. Okay, it starts from 0, guys. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Okay, at the fifth iteration, when n becomes 5, it will end. Okay, and when each time the for loop iterates, you will get one element, right? So if for loop iterates 5 times, then you will get all the 5 elements from the user, and that is your array. Okay, so we are basically getting the array here. All right, after that let me print one statement. Enter the element which you wish to search. Very simple, right? Which you wish to search, and you got to scan that element, right? So I should store that element in the search variable which I have declared before, right? So I have declared here, right, search variable. So I have to get that element. I mean, I have to get that particular search element, right? And I have to again open a loop. Why? Because now I'm gonna scan my array. Okay, I'm going to traverse the array and I'm going to search for my search element. Okay, this is the element search, okay, which I want to search. So I have to search for that particular element, right? So for that I have to open another loop and I have to scan the whole elements of the array, right? So I'm creating another loop here. So while iterating, if I found any element, if array of any element, so array of I means say first iteration I is 0, so array of 0, so whatever the element is in the 0th position, okay, and when I becomes 1, array of 1, so the second element. So likewise you have to compare each and every element whether that is equal to search. Okay, the idea here is search through the element, I mean search through the array one by one. If you have say my array contains 1 2 3 4 5, okay, 5 elements, and I'm searching for 3, so make comparison with 1, make comparison with 2, make comparison with 3. Yeah, the search is found, so stop the loop here. So you have to stop the loop at that particular position. Once you got the element, you have to stop the loop, right? So for that you have to write that in the condition. So first printf the element is found at, the element is found at some position, right? The I denotes the position, okay, I denotes the position. Say this is 0th element, first element and second element, okay, second element, right? So the element is found at percentage the position, or else I'll say like this, this will go grammatically correct, right? So the element is found at position number 2 or whatever it is. So you have to say I plus 1 here. Why plus 1? Because the array index starts from 0, guys. Okay. Say the index of the first element, that is 1, is 0, right? So if you want to say position, this is the first position, right? Array index is 0, of course. Array index of the first element is 0. But this is the first position, right? The I will give you only the index, but you have to tell the position, right? You have to tell the position, not the index. So you have to say 1 I plus 1, which means say I'm looking for the I'm looking for 3. My search is 3 in this array. This is the array, guys. This is the array, and I'm looking for 3. Let's take it as an example. I'm looking for 3. Then I should print that 3 is found at position 3, right? First position, second position, and third position. 3 is found at position 3, right? But 3 as an index 2, because index 0, index 1 and index 2. 3 as an index 2. So the position is index plus 1. Since the index starts from 0, the position here is index plus 1. That's it. Okay, because position starts from 1. You have to start from first position. You have to say first position, not 0th position, right? Yeah, that's the idea. I hope you have understood that here, right? And I have to break the loop. Why? Because once my element is found, there is no need for me to search again, right? There is, say I'm looking for element 3, then my element is found at this position itself. Then I just have to print, and I have to stop my process here, right? There is no need for me to look 4 and 5, right? So I'm breaking the statement there. I'm using an if condition and breaking that here, okay? Breaking the loop there, okay? So my loop will end once the element is found, and that's it. That's all about linear search. Easy peasy, right? So yes, what if the element is not present in the array? Okay, then you have to go for one more condition. If I equals to n, okay, if the element is not found, then the loop will run fully. Do you agree with that? Let's say if I'm searching for 2, then the loop will end here itself. If I'm searching for 4, then the loop will end here itself. But if the element is not found, let's say I'm searching for 6, then the loop will end only at the last element, right? Loop will run fully, right? And that is my idea here. And what is the value of I at the last element? Okay, say at the last element, the value of I becomes n. Then only the loop will stop, right? The loop will stop at the last element if the element is not found. If the element is not found, the loop will stop at the last element only. The loop will have a full complete iteration. In that particular case, my last elements, once I got the last element, then I moved on to the last element, then my I becomes n, right? That is the condition for the loop to get false. So once the loop stops executing, then I becomes n, right? So I have to check whether I equals to n. If this is true, then you have to print one statement here. No, the element is not found, because which means that I have searched the whole loop and the element is not found. I have searched the whole loop and the element is not found, right? So hence I becomes n, okay, because I have searched the whole loop. So I has totally become the size of the array, okay. I, the counter variable, has totally become the size of the array. So I have searched the whole loop, the element is not found. If the element is found at 2, then the I will be having the index of that particular element, right? Okay, if the say the element is found and the element is 2, which I am searching for, then I will be the loop will stop there. The loop will stop there, and I will be having the index value of that particular element, okay, because the loop stopped there. So I will be having the index value of that particular element. So this condition will not go true. It will not be equal to size of the array. So this element, this statements will not work, okay. This will be printed and it will, the program will work fine, okay. But if the element is not found, then I will become this condition will go false and I will become the size of the array, and this will be printed, right? And this condition will not be true if the element is not found, right? So let us run this code. I hope you have understood, right? So yeah, let me give the size as 5 itself. And did we ask for the element? No, we didn't ask for the number of elements. But yeah, anyhow, let's give the number of let's start giving the elements, because we have given the size, so it will ask for 5 elements. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So 5 elements, right? Enter the element you wish to search. Let's say I just want to search for 40. Yeah, the element is found at position number 4, because you can see first position, second position, first position, second position, third position, fourth position, right? So the element 40 is found at fourth position. That's how it is getting printed, right? So that's how this code works. I hope you have understood this very clearly. If you have any doubts, please post that in the Q&A section. If you still have any doubts, please watch that video twice, or you can also rewind and watch that, right? And that will help you a lot. Thanks a lot.